बेताबी किससे मुलाकात होनी है, जिसका कब से अरमा था शायद वही बात होनी है।
यूं ही चला चल रही, यूं ही चला चल रही, जीवन गाड़ी है समय पहिया। आंसू की नदियां भी हैं, खुशियों की बगियां भी हैं, रास्ता सब तेरा तक है भैया।
यूं ही चला चल रही, यूं ही चला चल रही, कितनी हसीन है ये दुनिया। फूल सारे झमेले, देख फूलों के मेले, बड़ी रंगीन है ये दुनिया। ना ना है ना ना, देखो जिधर भी इन राहों में रंग पिघलते हैं निगाहों में। ठंडी हवा है, ठंडी छाँव है, दूर वो जाने किसका गाँव है। बादल ये कैसा छाया, दिल ये कहाँ ले आया, सपना ये क्या दिखलाया है मुझको।
हर सपना सच लगे, जो प्रेम अगन जले, जो राह तू चले अपने मन की। हर पल की सीख से मोती ही तू चुने, जो तू सदा सुने अपने मन की।
यूं ही चला चल रही, यूं ही चला चल रही, कितनी हसीन है ये दुनिया। फूल सारे झमेले, देख फूलों के मेले, बड़ी रंगीन है ये दुनिया।
तो साथियों, घड़ी का इशारा हो गया है और जाते जाते बस आपके लिए एक छोटी सी रचना और एक और गाना। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, आज के चाय टाइम में हम सुन रहे थे जावेद अख्तर की किताब तरकश के कुछ हिस्से और साथ ही उनकी फ़िल्मों के गाने। अगली गज़ल है जिसका शीर्षक है गज़ल। बहाना ढूंढते रहते हैं कोई रोने का, बहाना ढूंढते रहते हैं कोई रोने का, हमें ये शौक़ है क्या आस्तीं भिगोने का। अगर पलक पे है मोती तो ये नहीं काफ़ी, अगर पलक पे है मोती तो ये नहीं काफ़ी, हुनर भी चाहिए अल्फाज में पिरोने का। जो फ़स्ल ख्वाब की तैयार है तो ये जानो, जो फ़स्ल ख्वाब की तैयार है तो ये जानो, कि वक्त आ गया फिर दर्द कोई बोने का। ये ज़िंदगी भी अजब कारोबार है कि मुझे, ये ज़िंदगी भी अजब कारोबार है कि मुझे, खुशी है पाने की कोई न रंज खोने का। है पाश पाश मगर फिर भी मुस्कुराता है पाश पाश मगर फिर भी मुस्कुराता है, वो चेहरा जैसे हो टूटे हुए खिलौने का। तरकश में आखिरी लाइन्स हैं, ऐसा तो नहीं कि मैंने ज़िंदगी में कुछ किया ही नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी ये ख्याल आता है कि जितना कर सकता हूँ उसका तो 1/4 भी अब तक नहीं किया, और इस ख्याल की दी हुई बेचैनी जाती नहीं। जावेद जी, यहाँ हम थोड़े से स्वार्थी होंगे और यही कहेंगे कि बस आपकी बेचैनी कभी न जाए, और बस आप ऐसा ही लिखते रहें, ऐसा ही सुनाते रहें, चाहे किताबों में हो, चाहे फ़िल्मों में, चाहे संसद में या टीवी के पर्दे पर। बस आपकी कलम और आपके लिखे लफ्ज़ हमारे लिए यूं ही ताउम्र बरसते रहें। तो चलिए, आपको बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं, और साथ ही KCSU के सुनने वालों को मैं यहाँ अलविदा कहती हूँ। फिर मुलाकात होगी अगले रविवार। आपका ये हफ़्ता बहुत अच्छा गुजरे, इसी दुआ के साथ मैं प्रांजलि आपसे बाय कहती हूँ। टेक केयर, अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। फिर मिलेंगे अगली बार। जाते जाते आपके लिए फिल्म तलाश से अगला गाना जी ले ज़रा।
सच है समय का ही सब दोष है, धड़कन धड़कन एक गम रहता है, वो जाने क्यों फिर भी दिल कहता है जी ले जरा, जी ले जरा, जी ले जरा कहता है दिल जी ले जरा हम सफर हम नवा पास जी ले जरा.
And you're listening to KZSU Stanford 90.1 FM. This is DJ Peter Lowe, just checking in here into the studio, and I'm joined by my co-host here, Supermatic. What's up?
Hello, hello. What's up, everybody?
All right, so I think we're going to get this jazz song going while we do a quick setup here. But as always, we are live on the Twitter. So if you have a request, just give us a tweet. It's at #KArea. That's KAREA. And we'll be on playing K-pop here in just a moment. So just keep it locked.
Yeah.
Launched over Asia for the last few years.
What's the thing you're obsessed with these days?
K-pop.
What is this, Korean pop music?
The Korean wave?
It's the K-wave, and it's washed over Asia for the last few years.
It's the best thing you've ever seen.
The girls' generation.
A wave of supergroups with infectious hooks.
I'm really impressed. I'm speechless, really.
It's a global phenomenon.
What is this, and how can I make the rest of my life about it?
오늘 밤 우리 삐끼 해 yeah. Baby give me some, give me some yeah. 함께 나가던 밤과 함께 같이 나왔다면 누구 차례 사슴같이 예쁜 훈나의 프린세스 나를 보고 비웃는 게 너무 시크해 모두 날 노래한 너 지금부터 잘 지켜봐
It's K Area. You're listening to the wonders of K-pop. It's DJ Peter Lowe, and I'm joined by my co-hosts here, Supermatic and Nurse Joyce.
Hey.
Or Nurse Joy? Are we going with Nurse Joy or Nurse Joyce?
Whatever.
Whatever. Okay, whatever strikes your fancy. So what's on the schedule for today's show, Supermatic?
All right, so we've got another review coming in, or what we like to call Daebak or Not. We'll be covering the hot new track from HyunA.
Yep.
We'll be taking a second look at ASTRO, specifically their debut track, Hide and Seek. We'll be having another round of a Reddit roundup for all of you. And more of my KCON recap for those who did not tune in on Thursday.
Awesome. Okay, we'll keep it locked. I've got our first track, and then we'll go into our music review. It's GOT7 Rewind.
예뻐도 너무 예뻐 난 숨 못 참겠어 넌 머리부터 허리부터 다리까지 다 그래 난 너를 보고 있어 또 보고 싶어 계속 난 너만 보고 싶어 Rewind, 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 rewind If I could I would put it up and rewind 머리부터 떨어지는 신비한 라인 누구와도 넌 비교 못해 난 다르지 계속 널 보고 싶어 다시 시간을 돌려 널 다시 내 앞으로 데려와 Rewind 널 다시 돌려 내 맘을 가만두지 못하겠어 겁먹을 필요 없어 no, 넌 나에게 Rewind 나에게 Rewind 내 앞에 Rewind 널 다시 내게로
And Supermatic, I remember someone had a request for us. Right? Is that right?
Yeah, so shouts out to my friend Derek out there listening to us in the Bay, wherever you are. He's wanted to hear Taeyeon's Why, so this goes out to him.
Awesome. Yeah, so if you guys have any requests, remember to give us a tweet. We're on the Twitter. It's at hashtag KAREA. That's KAREA. Up next, we've got Taeyeon's Why.
저기 밖에 비 온다 주룩주룩 거려 신속하게 내게 올라타라 boom boom 지금 blow blow 영차를 뽑아 빠진 콜라병 몸에 girl 넌 너무 예뻐 그게 error You are crazy virus 털고 싶은 머리 어깨 무릎 발까지 심지어 매력 있어 네가 주는 짝다리 네가 머리를 부를 때 위험해 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 내가 미쳤나봐 어떡해 1분이 1초 같아 너무 급해 난 돌 것 같아 여유 부리는 남자들 전부 돌인 것 같아 너도 원하고 있잖아 나쁜 없어 주위 봐봐 다른 남자 다 너를 간봐 나는 너만 봐 나는 너만 봐 머리 쓰지 말고 맘대로 가 고민하지 말고 담으로 가 이로 철가방 메고 붕붕 내게 와 신속히 붕붕 내게 와 신속히 붕붕 내게 와 신속히 붕붕 내게 와 신속히 붕붕
I am what I am, man. Okay. I got a phone call. 도대체 몇 명의 남자들이 너의 폰이란 철가방에 있니? 다른 남자들의 자리를 말해내. 음식 먹고 너 같은 빈 그릇 놓을 자리. 재미없지 감동 없지 싱거워. 너네들은 하나같이 간이 많이 안 됐죠. 소금 진하게 쳐줄게 가서 찾아 무서워 짜져 이제 가서 일로 두려워 멀어워.
네가 다리를 꼴대 위험해 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 내게 딱 뒤를 맞을 때 어떡해 뻔을 찍어야 할 것 같아 가만 보는 애들은 모르는 스타일 여유 부리는 남자들 전부 돌인 것 같아 너도 원하고 있잖아 나쁜 없어 주위 봐봐 다른 남자 다 너를 간봐 나는 너만 봐 나는 너만 봐 머리 쓰지 말고 맘대로 가 고민하지 말고 담으로 가 이로 철가방 메고 붕붕 내게 와 신속히 붕붕 내게 와 신속히 붕붕 내게 와 신속히 붕붕 내게 와 신속히 붕붕 우리 사이 중심을 지워 내게 와 신속하게 주위 남자들이 전부 나를 질투하게 해줘
내게 와 신속히 hey. 갑자기 be on this
내게 와 신속히 갑자기 be on this 내게 와 신속히 찌르는 신kop지 That's boy 내게 와 신속히 갑자기 be on this 찌르는 신kop지
That was Monster X, their song Rush.
A jazzy afternoon at Couplers will celebrate the late Bay Area jazz icon Dr. Herb Wong and the launch of his new book, Jazz on My Mind, liner notes, anecdotes, and conversations from the 1940s to the 2000s. A multimedia show will be presented by Wong's co-author and former longtime Monterey Jazz Festival marketing director Paul Simon Fingerot at Kepler's Books in Menlo Park. This free event will take place Sunday, August 7th from 2 until 3:30 p.m. More info is at couplers.com.
All right, so every week we take a look at a new song that's coming in the world of K-pop. This week, in our segment for Daebak or Not, we're taking a look at HyunA's How's This? So how was it? How is this for you guys? We look at it at a 3-point, usually in a 3 criteria scale. So 1, we look at the audio, what we think of the sound, the song, that aspect of it. And then 2, we look at the concept, what we thought of the visuals, the theme of the music video. And then lastly, we give it our overall. Is it Daebak or is it not? So how about we kick it off with you, Supermatic. What do you think of the audio?
All right, so the song itself definitely sounds like a K-pop club banger to me. Like, just listening to it, I found myself bobbing my head to it. It's kind of a typical of what I would expect, I guess, nowadays, especially from someone like HyunA, and considering like what Cube has done with 4 Minute and all that.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it's not necessarily a favorite of mine yet. Maybe it probably has to grow on me because I only listened to it like twice yesterday. But yeah, I mean, I like it. It's one of the songs that gets me to jam out whenever I hear it. So audio wise, I'd probably give it a solid 3.5.
3.5. Okay, that's pretty good. And by the way, our rating scale, it's 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. So 3.5 is right there in the middle, on the better end. Take it away, Nurse Joyce. What do you think of the audio?
I think it's HyunA. I mean, it's very generic HyunA. Is there anything new from her? No. Is there anything spectacular about the song? No. Can you dance to it? Yes. So
Not only can you dance, I think it's made for a particular kind of dancing.
What kind of dancing, Peter? Want to enlighten us?
That's twerking. That's twerking.
It's a twerking song. And that's essentially what the music video is. So,
So how would you rate it in the audio score?
and the
Ms.
audio
Joyce?
score, I mean, I can bounce to it. I mean, it's HyunA, and she does her little baby voice. She doesn't really sing per se, I don't think, but she just does her little rappy thing and is cutesy sounding.
Yeah, whenever I'm like trying to recreate HyunA's voice in my head, and I feel like if I do it, I need to like shimmy as I do it, because I think that's just like so in the character of her voice.
Yeah, and she's just this kind of squeak toy kind of a person.
Yeah.
I would give it a 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't hate it, and I can jam to it, but it's not like her best stuff by any means.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, this is DJ Peter Lowe, and I totally recognize that, this is like run-of-the-mill, as one would expect for a twerkalicious K-pop song. But I'm going to give it a 4.5, guys. I freaking love this song. It makes me want to twerk. As a man, as a straight man, I want to twerk to this song.
Actually, for you, it's not that much for you to want to twerk.
Wow.
Yeah. But I mean, for me, the audio, I love it. I think it's hecka dope. As a DJ, it's like, this is a song I want to be juxtaposing with my other twerkalicious, like trap, twerk, hip hop songs. So for me, I love it audio wise, and I'm going to be cranking this loud in my car. I'm going to be banging to it. All right, so Super Mac, what do you think of the concept of this video?
So the concept, I meant to go online and look at the English translation for the lyrics because I was really curious from it. Watching the music video, it feels, as you said and as Joyce mentioned too, it's kind of like very atypical of what I would expect from K-pop. I mean, we talked about this on Thursday. HyunA's whole like concept and identity is that she's HyunA and she's sexy. What else does she really need? And this MV was pretty much all of that. Like HyunA she goes to the club, this song plays because, as I said, it's a club banger.
Yeah.
And she's pretty much just being HyunA, being kind of wild and crazy in the club with a bunch of other people going wild and crazy, like people pouring water on themselves.
Yeah.
You got like dancers going all out, crazy stuff. A random guy approaches HyunA after she walks out of the bathroom and she apparently makes out with him. It's like, I don't know, all this crazy stuff going on, and yet it's not so out of the blue from what I've come to expect from K-pop, especially someone like HyunA.
Yeah, HyunA in particular.
So, I mean, kind of in the same vein as what Joyce was talking about with the audio, it's not anything new. So I guess like because it's not anything new that I would, like, it's what I would expect from HyunA. The concept, I guess, I would have to give a 3, just because like, well, I was excited for a HyunA comeback, but at the same time too, I guess it's just my own personal standards. Whenever someone comes back, I kind of want to see something new from them, or at least I want to see them try something different. And this just feels like same old typical HyunA. I mean, I give it to her; she's HyunA and she's sexy, but it's not like a new HyunA.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
3 overall.
All right.
For me, yeah, I think I'll give it probably a 2. If they're at a club, that's pretty much it. I kind of appreciate it. The crowd was kind of ethnically ambiguous. I mean, it wasn't just all Korean people. It was I mean, you couldn't really tell because it's kind of dark too. And they threw lots of different lights, and everyone wore lots of sequins and stuff. Basically, I thought about what was in a club, and they put it all in this video. They're like, okay, there should be wet t-shirts. Let's do that. There should be a stripper. Let's do that.
And pole dancing.
There should be pole dancing. Let's do that.
And people making it rain.
Yeah, people making it rain.
With Benjamins.
You got to have some girls with booties. So obviously they can
and there
just
was
do
gambling
Korean.
too. And gambling.
Yeah, it was gambling. There's like everything we could put in, like what you expect in a club commercial.
It's like what do you expect? You know, like each stereotype. Like they make sure they.
They made sure they got every stereotype in there. And HyunA's just being HyunA. Like she's just there being sexy. There wasn't really any like catchy choreography to it or anything. They just were
aside
there.
From the twerking.
Yeah, they just kind of twerked around a bunch, and she was there just being sexy and I guess making bad decisions, I guess, and making out with some random guy in a leopard jacket. You knew that had to be influenced by alcohol.
Which part, the leopard jacket or the making out with him?
Both, probably. I mean, poor decisions on all fronts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't particularly creative. And yeah, that's about it. I mean, they just threw every stereotype from a club into this. So
right, totally hear what you're saying. I recognize this is a club banger. Well, where are we gonna put this? And another podcast made the same remark. They said, well, where else? If it's a club banger, then of course we're gonna put it in the club. I mean, I kind of like it. Like if you look at other K-pop music videos where they're in a club setting, like have you guys remember GD and TOP's Hi Hi?
Mm-hmm.
That was in a club. I thought that was well done. You know, I don't know. It felt like more of a live performance in that case. In this case with HyunA's like club performance, it's like, well, you've got a bunch of people they're gambling, they're twerking. You've got girls twerking on top of girls twerking. It's like you've got like a twerking.
It just seemed like she was at a party. She wasn't there to like really stand out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, all the girls were just dressed like her too. So I mean,
maybe that was the dress code.
Yeah, apparently. So I mean, it didn't feel like she was just part of the party. She wasn't the star of the party. And you know, most of the time in her videos, she is the star. There's like no question about it. But here, it's like everyone's kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah, that is an interesting observation. You know, I'm just trying to contrast this with GD and TOP's Hi Hi, and I remember they were in it, but I guess they were more of a star in that music video because they were actually performing on stage, and it was like you were in the club watching these idols that you like perform on stage, and you could see everyone sort of awestruck by them. But with HyunA, it seems like she's just one of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I do need to applaud, though, is that I think, you know, Korean culture is one that tends to celebrate its homogeny. But in this case, we had people of all races and I think body types represented in the music video, which I thought was great. What I also like, as a former ballroom dancer, I saw them doing zouk. It's like it's more of like it's a cutting edge sort of Latin dance,
which they do at clubs sometimes.
It depends on the club, but yeah, totally. So I thought that was awesome. And then you saw someone spinning, another person, so another traditional dance, and then other like crazy flips and stuff. So, but I like it. I mean, for me, it's like I get turned up to this song, quite frankly, right? So for the audio, I gave it like a 4.5, but agreeing with what you guys are saying, that it seems very run-of-the-mill, very pedestrian in terms of like what one would expect for a K-pop music video. I'm going to give it a 3. So really quick, super dramatic, is it Daebak or not?
Even though I'm kind of more in the middle ground of it, just because I feel like this will probably be a K-pop song of the summer, and because it's HyunA, I'm gonna say that it is Daebak, just because I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna grow on me a bit.
I need to get it. I'm just realizing I should get like a audio sample of someone saying like Daebak. But, okay, Nurse Joyce, what do you think?
I'm kind of torn here because actually the song's not too bad, and I can get it. It's probably gonna be hit because it's HyunA. I'm gonna go with not, actually, because she's done better. Roll Deep was so much better. So I expected better from her.
Yeah. All right, and this is DJ Pilo, or DJ Pilo. I'm gonna give it Daebak, like hecka Daebak, like thumbs up, Daebak, Daebak, Daebak. So let's give it a listen. Again, let us know what you thought of the song. It's at #KArea. We're happy to share your thoughts on air. How's this?
느낌이 없음 별로 느낌이 오면 바로 숨길 게 나는 없어 더 이상 뺄 것도 없어 내 다른 생각은 안 해 지금 이 순간이 중요해 제발 바른 말은 그만해 난 원래 내가 이래 너잖은 편견 속에 나 맞추지 마 재미없어 어제 같은 네 기준에 날 가두지 마 흥미없어 너 재미없어 복잡한 계산은 너 멈추지 마 I'ma do it like this 여기저기 손들어 나 여기 와서 흔들어 우리 같이 춤추자 자 이제 너도 흔들어 여기서 다 내려놔 나 얼른 와서 따라해 여기다 손 흔들어 나 지금부터 흔들어 춤추자 똑같은 느낌 정말 손 막히잖아 의미 없어 계속 느낌 없는 춤만 추고 있잖아 필이 없어 너 재미없어 좀 더 재미있게 할 수 있잖아 I'ma do it like this 여기저기 손들어 나 여기 와서 흔들어 우리 같이 춤추자 자 이제 너도 흔들어 여기서 다 내려놔 나 얼른 와서 따라해 여기다 손 흔들어 나 지금부터 흔들어 춤추자 기분 좋게 어때? 망가지면 어때? 기분 좋게 어때? 망가지면 어때?
That was HyunA asking us how's this? I thought that was awesome. It was Daebak. Before we move on, we have more announcements.
Yep, so we actually have a giveaway. Zach Wild, Tuesday, August 30th at the Regency Ballroom. Show starts at 8 p.m., doors open at 7. All ages event. So, if you're interested, feel free to call in. KZSU, call us at 650-723-9010. If you want to win those tickets, we'll take down your information and call in to win those. Zach Wild.
And that's for you and a guest, is that correct?
Yes, for you and a guest. You will win 2 tickets.
Is it all ages?
Yes, it is an all ages event.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, so if you're looking to win those tickets, you and a friend, a significant other, or whomever, can join you for that event. So give us a call at our station hotline, and we can hook you up there. We also have what allows us to stay on the air are underwriting announcements.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you like most about KZSU? Is it the cool variety of the music that we play? Is it that you don't have to listen to ads all the time? Or is it that KZSU is Stanford's student-run radio show, serving the entire Stanford community with the best in music, news, and Stanford sports? By underwriting KZSU, you not only help us stay on the air, but you also enjoy a little exposure and goodwill for your business or professional practice. For more information, feel free to email underwriting@kzsu.stanford.edu or call in at 650-723-9010.
And again, we're a live show, so if you have a thought on where we're going or what you can get the songs, we're all for it. So we just had someone tweet in, this is Nash Boys or at the Hypebot. He tweets, HyunA's song is an okay listen. A friend also pointed out that her MVs the past couple years all look the same. In other words, a party with Westerners. And Nash Boys, or again, it's
wait, you said Nash Boys or Hypebot? That's my friend Derek, the guy who requested Taeyeon.
Okay, what's up?
What's up, Derek?
Yeah, yeah. So we hear you, Derek. I think we agree with you that it's the same formula for HyunA. Me, I like that formula, so I'm gonna keep it riding. But you know, as Supermatic pointed out, you know, it's good to have variety. Me, on the other hand, you know, if it's EXID or EXID doing the same thing over and over, that's fine by me. All right, so let's go back into music. Again, you're listening to K Area. I've got a fun mashup here. It's Apple Pie and Heartbreaker.
Hey.
Let me take this song. 나도 어디서 울리진 않아. 아직 쓸만한 건 죽지 않아. 너 하나 때문에 망가진 놈. 사라지고 못하는 매일. 너 위에 소라만 해야 못 날려. 네가 있는 곳이만 달려. 하지만 그때 내게 아니야 또 아니야. 넌 내가 싫다고 이유가 뭐냐고. 자신은 네 표정 네 모든 걸 말해줘 슬프게 해. 그래도 좋다고 기회를 달래도 한 번 돌아서 네 모습 차가운 그 눈빛이 싫어요. No, no. You're my heartbreaker. 내가 뭘 잘못했는지. You're my heartbreaker. No way, no way. 내가 날 떠나간다고 안내정 못한다고 저 살아보자고. What was it, haters? 지긋지긋지긋해. 삐끗삐끗삐끗해. 내 사랑이 그대. No way. 뜨거우니 조심해. 매일 똑같은 문제. 넌 내가 변했다 해. 가증스러운 담을래. 상대가 누군지 알고 말해. 난 이제 out of control. 혼자서 계속 withdraw. 그 자리 그곳에서 아니야 또 아니야. 넌 내가 싫다고 이유가 뭐냐고. 화가 난 네 목소리 네 모든 걸 보여줘 슬프게 해. 그래도 좋다고 기회를 달래도 한 번 돌아서 네 모습 차가운 그 미소가 미워요. No, no. You're my heartbreaker. 내가 뭘 잘못했는지. You're my heartbreaker. No way, no way. 내가 날 떠나간다고 안내정 못한다고 저 살아보자고. What was it, haters? 지긋지긋지긋해. 삐끗삐끗삐끗해. 내 사랑이 그대. 뛰게 해줘. 더 뛰게 해줘. 두 발의 상처만 가득해도 네 얼굴만 보면은 끝나니까. 다시 run, run, run. 난 멈출 수가 없어. Run, run, run. 난 놓칠 수가 없어. 어차피 이것밖에는 못해. 너를 사랑하는 것밖에 못해. 다시 run, run, run. 넘어져도 괜찮아. Run, run, run. 좀 다쳐도 괜찮아. 가질 수 없다 해도 난 좋게. 바보 같은 운명아 나를 욕해. 감출 수 없는 거야. 네 눈빛이 한대야. 묘한 시선 속에 심장이 뛰고 있어. 거친 숨소리가 촉각을 자극해. Crush, crush. 잠깐만 거기에 멈춰서 똑바로 바라봐봐. 숨겨온 진실을 이제 다 보여줄게. 자, 내 맘을 잡아봐. 느껴봐. Close to you and close to you. 모든 걸 다 줄게. 내가 보이니 close to me and close to me. 가져가 고두마요리 가라다 딱해 씹은 짓대로 지식이 요리 이 시기 딱해 내가 밑에로 사악기는 왔다시 니恋をして今からキスするの1秒前が懐かしいほど
Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. Catch me if you can. Where all my bad girls at? Where all my bad girls at? 그래 나는 쎄 아주 사납게 너 정도로 난 절대 감당 못해 실수 따윈 눈꽃만큼 더 모르죠 점쟁이도 내 맘속에 못 맞추죠 난 여왕벌 난 주인공 당장 어디로 튈지 몰라 run be gone 목에 걸린 gold chain swinging left right 외롭지 않아 매일 밤마다 get right 당당한 지조 고귀한 품위 눈을 쓰는 기본 내 눈물을 move 미소는 fire 너를 태우니까 you want it come and get it now 믿으면 뒤집어 난 나쁜 기집애 난 나쁜 기집애 난 나쁜 기집애 where all my bad girls at 난 나쁜 기집애 난 나쁜 기집애 난 나쁜 기집애 where all my bad girls at 언니야 남자들은 honey 다 불러요 여자들은 언니 다 불러요 팍팍 잘 나가는 내 싸늘한 한마디 round round 별것 없는 이 이상한 멜로디 yeah 내가 제일 잘 나가 난 매일 바빠 너무 바빠 왜 기분 나빠 G5 G6보다 더 높이 날아가 all my B-boys and B-girls 자 나를 따라와 헛되는 지전 I never say sorry 하시는 기분 똑똑한 머리 미소는 killer 모두 죽이니까 you want it come and get it now 믿으면 뒤집어 난 나쁜 기집애 난 나쁜 기집애 난 나쁜 기집애 where all my bad girls at 난 나쁜 기집애 난 나쁜 기집애 난 나쁜 기집애 where all my bad girls at 언니야
That was CL, the baddest female.
Yeah. So, the Palo Alto City Council is on break until approximately mid-August. When sessions resume, join KZSU and your host Vince Larkin Mondays at 6 p.m. to hear every meeting live. This is your opportunity to witness government in action and gain a better understanding of local issues that could impact you. That's the Palo Alto City Council broadcast Mondays at 6 starting in mid-August on KZSU Stanford. The Stanford Repertory Theater presents its 18th Summer Festival, Theater Takes a Stand. This year, the series champions the rights of workers, the struggle for unions, and the ongoing campaign for wage equality. Films that will be screened include Modern Times, The Grapes of Wrath, The Cradle Will Rock, and The American Dream. A Stanford faculty member will introduce each film and lead a post-screening discussion. Free screenings are Mondays at 7 p.m. at various campus venues. For a current schedule, feel free to visit continuingstudies.stanford.edu.
Thank you, Supermatic. So every week or every show we have our Daebak or Not section, and then we also have a look at things that we think warrant a second look. So ideally, we're looking at songs that had already come out previously, but upon more listens, we think, oh, actually maybe I didn't like this song so much at first, but now that I'm revisiting it, it is worth calling out again. And Supermatic, you had a song ready for this week's episode.
Yeah, so it kind of goes hand in hand because last week I was at KCON LA, and one of the acts I saw live there was ASTRO, who I didn't know too much about beforehand, but then after KCON LA, I'm fans of theirs now, and I realized that their debut track that came out back in February, I believe, Hide and Seek, kind of flew under the radar, which was surprising to me because of how popular ASTRO seemed to really be at KCON. And when I looked at their, when I took a second look, pun intended, at their MV for Hide and Seek, I don't know, it seemed like really bright and vibrant to me. I mean, it's got a pretty cool dance, I feel, like the choreography version of it. The video itself is very energetic. I felt like it kind of represents who ASTRO is as a group.
Yeah.
The song itself, I feel like it complements what the MV is. It's just like it's this bright up tempo. Like I don't know. I feel like when I listen to it, it gives me energy. To be honest, like it's a track that I find enjoyable. It's got a really nice like progressive synth. I don't know. It's just it's something that I would definitely go ahead and listen to if it were to come on my playlist, like on shuffle or something.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. Actually, Nurse Choice, did you want to jump in?
Oh, and sorry. It's just that I know Matt was really excited about the song, and my response was the exact opposite of his. I found this to be like the least memorable song. It was just so generic K-pop boy band. And even the music video, yes, it had vibrant colors. So the whole concept is basically they're, I guess, in two different worlds, and then there's this schoolgirl, and all these guys are, I guess, they're able to interact with her through mirrors or something. And so they're all kind of focused on this one little schoolgirl. And I feel like that's been done so many times by so many other boy bands.
I wonder if they're doing it because it's a working formula. Sorry, this is me going again with my theme of like the show. It's like, oh, well, it's worked in the past. Let's keep running with it.
But it was just nothing groundbreaking. Like I couldn't, if you showed me another boy band, I couldn't tell a difference. And at some point she paints the mirror and then they get painted on. I don't know. It was just really random. And then I noticed that their logo looks just like the Jewish Star of David. I mean, it was like, well, they
actually Koreans came up with it first. Koreans come up with everything first.
Okay.
They copied
yes.
So I was just kind of like, maybe they should have thought about that a little bit more instead of like kind of ripping off someone's religious symbols.
Well, I mean, to be fair to them,
it is slightly different.
Yeah, and it's a popular shape, right?
Yes.
So,
but the thing is, they were emphasizing it, and I was like, triangle and triangle. That's the Star of David. And yeah, and it's, I don't know. I kind of get annoyed by the concept, and I know it's a winning formula for the guys to be like focused on one like schoolgirl.
I think it allows the schoolgirls to fantasize.
Yeah,
that they could be in their harem of gorgeous,
yeah, I don't really get it, honestly. Maybe it's because
so
and they're really cute. The boys, they act really cutesy as well on top of that. So it's one thing for a girl to be really aggro. It's even worse to me for a guy to be that way.
Yeah, so this is why for me it was a big surprise that Matt chose this song. It was like, wow, Matt, I'm seeing another side of you.
They're just like making faces at the camera because they're so cute, and it's just like, stop it. You're too old for that.
But Matt, Supermatic, you said that there were some redeeming qualities in terms of seeing them live at KCON, right?
Well, yeah, at KCON they really brought a lot of energy, and I guess well one of the reasons that I became a fan of theirs too is because on the day of KCON that they were performing, a friend of mine was showing me and talking to me about what helped ASTRO become popular in the first place, which is a lot of their like dance covers. Because before they officially debuted, to help build them up, their record label Fantagio, they released like all these dance covers that ASTRO did, and one of their members in particular, Rocky, he's a really dope dancer. So like a lot of their dance videos have like a lot of covers, and I guess that's one of the reasons why I like them too, because their dancing and the way that they bring the energy when they dance is something that resonates with me because I'm a dancer too.
Yeah,
so I guess that didn't reflect in the video
well,
because
maybe
like
hide and seek is not.
The video kind of sucked in my opinion, and then. And I'm sure these boys are really, really talented, and they are. Like, they can dance anything, but when they're trying to be cutesy at the camera, it's just like, stop it.
Well, is there anything we should listen to as we play this song, Matt, for us and our listeners?
With hide and seek or just in general? Yeah. Well, with hide and seek, I don't know. For me, it just, like, the key word that I think of when I'm listening to it is, like, energy. So
energy,
or maybe not like energy in terms of like but like energy in terms of like, if you're feeling kind of down, maybe this will perk you up.
Okay, so this is to take you out of your depression, Scooper. Okay. Cool. Well, let's give it a listen. Again, we're a live show, so give us a tweet. It's at #KArea if you agree with Nurse Joyce and I, DJ Peter Lowe, or if you disagree with us and you think that Supermatic has found a real gem here, let us know. We're happy to hear all your feedback, and we could take constructive criticism. So with that, it's Hide and Seek by ASTRO.
태어나서 처음으로 내게 반해버렸어 너 때문에 떨리는 손으로 정확히 조준해 속였어 용기 내서 고백할게 남자답게 널
숨바꼭질 술래같이 쉽게 잡히지는 않지 하지만 내 눈엔 잡히고 난 아직도 널 잡으려던 인지
그럼 이 시선 강탈했어 너무 예뻐 참을 수 없어 fly fly 꼭꼭 숨어라 머리카락
어떻게는 몰라 주변에서 제일 예뻐서 잘 지는 애 찾으면 바로 그게 너지
아직 어색하게 느낌 쉽지 않아 내가 느낀 감정 그대로 평생 이대로 간직하고 싶어 끝까지 오르지 못할 산이 돼서 기필코 넘어가 보겠어 친구들이 모두 안 된다고 말려도 달리면 더 하고 싶은 girl 자존심 때문은 아니야 솔직하게 네가 좋아서 미치겠어 넌 빛이 나는 걸 알아 눈빛이 다른 것 같아 누가 뭐라던 간에 내가 판단해 너의 맘속으로 묻어낸다네 그럼 이 시선 강탈했어 너무 예뻐 참을 수 없어 fly fly 꼭꼭 숨어라 머리카락 보일라 누구보다 빛날 너라서 어디든지 찾을 수 있어 난처럼 내게 날아갔어 별처럼 내게 꽂히겠어 눈치챈 네 벌써 노란 꽃이 폈어 봄이 왔니 벌써 오케이 준비 완료 저 파란 보라색 무지개처럼 너를 만나고 매일매일이 새로워 훨훨 저 구름 위를 날아간다 oh yeah 나처럼 내게 날아갔어 별처럼 내게 꽂히겠어 눈치챈 네 벌써 노란 꽃이 폈어 봄이 왔니 벌써 오케이 준비 완료 숨어라 머리카락 보일라 누구보다 빛날 너라서 어디든지 찾을 수 있어
Okay, so Supermatic, I will give it to you. The breakdown in that song, that was good. The one breakdown where it goes do 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 do. That I thought was cool.
I think it sounds like the theme to a K-drama. like when they're about to do like the foreshadowing like episodes, and it's like they're crying or whatever, and that's the kind of music they play.
Yeah. All right. So again, let us know what you thought. It's at hashtag K area. We'll also take requests. This next song is from Sylvia out of Redwood City.
Hey.
She's asked for Up and Down. I love this music video. It's got a lot of nudge, nudge, wink, wink. What is going up and down in this music video? All right.
There's a lot going up and down.
Yeah. All right. So keep it locked. It's EXID's Up and Down here on K area.
순진한 척하는 이 동공 난 네 맘대로 들었다가는 no go Then not the loco 남이 치게 만들어간 게 탑승한 rolling Go coaster Yeah such a monster Such a monster Such a monster Hey baby 빙글 빙글 돌리지 말고 no Hey baby 아슬아슬하게 스치지 말고 no 그만 좀 건드려 말투 네 표정들 날 헷갈리게 하면서만 흘리지 또 흘리지 흔들흔들 없는 척 모르는 척 들었다 놨다 하면서만 부리지 기부리지 Hey baby 빙글 빙글 돌리지 말고 no Hey baby 아슬아슬하게 스치지 말고 no 그만 좀 건드려
장식 내 남친이 맡긴 하니 I'm sick. We're
우린 평행선 같은 곳을 보지만 넌 다르지 난 나밖에 없는데 왜 너 밖에 있는 것만 같은지 공하면 넌 물어 삐쳤니 널 삐지게 했던 적이나 있었니 너 귀여움이 나 침몸이 생기길 네가 더 사랑하는 기적이 내가 없는데 난 너로 가득해 미칠 것 같아 근데 왜 이러는데 왜 밤을 만들어 난 이제 경고해 헷갈리게 하지마 장난해 나 도대체 내가 뭐야 맘만 해날 갖고 노는 거야 너 지금 위험해 왜 나를 시험해 왜 나를 시험해 헷갈리게 하지마 촉촉히 내리는 널 닿아서 떨리는 수면의 원 달콤한 중력을 닫고 널 피할 수 없어 내 맘에 drip drop love 한 방울씩을 drip drop 더 적셔오지야 drip drop 이 음악같이 drip drop drip drop on me 너가 너 마음을 두드린 간지러운 속삭임 이 감정은 Baby, baby 너를 심해 잠긴 내 푸른보다 푸른 그 색을 맞춰 Baby 흐린 날씨도 좋아 너만 있다면 먹구름이 변한 그늘이 되지 빗방울이 넌 내게 바다가 되지 눈앞에 커다란 웃음에 집어 삼키는 모션 헤어낼 수가 없어 Yeah, 어우 정신 좀 차려 귀신되지 말고 다시 길을 잡아 또 틱톡 러브가 늦은 밤또 뒤로 난 같이 또 올려 이 역풍을 헤쳐 그녀 향한 항해를 해 천천히 밀려와 날 삼켜줘 요동치는 마음을 잠재워줘 네 손길만이 이 파도를 평화롭게 해 yeah. 내 맘에 drip drop 한 방울씩을 drip drop 더 적셔오지야 drip drop 이 음악같이 drip drop drip drop Whoa, hey, hey, hey Gonna be on fire, fire, fire Hey, hey, hey Whoa, hey, hey, hey Gonna be on fire, fire, fire Hey, hey, hey Rip sound, let's do it
짧은 치마 입어볼까 아님 반바지를 입을까 이것저것 고민하다 시간만 가 분홍 립스틱을 바를까 살이 좀 찐 것 같아 옷 입는 몇 시간 나질 않아 오늘따라 머리가 맘에 안 들어 투덜투덜대요 더 앞에 하루 종일 새로운 사랑하기 아직 준비가 안 됐나봐요 이제 어떻게 가 아무리 하다 그댈 만나러 가 말만 들었던 내가 절대 두 번 다시 상처받을 일 없을 거예요. 날 울리지 마. 하다 그댈 만나러 가. 뭔가 좀 자꾸 어색해요. 뭔가 좀 어색해. 말머리 하다 지난 날을 듣고 나 새롭게 깨어날 거 baby. It's gonna be mine. Gonna be a fire, fire, fire. Oh, yeah, yeah. Gonna be a fire, fire, fire. I'm sure it's gonna be alright.
You're listening to KCSU Stanford, and it's funny, you know, whenever I see dance groups doing K-pop covers, I'm continually surprised by the quality of the sassiness that the dudes bring out for girl dances. That last song included. If you're watching our live stream on our very tiny Facebook page, which I think is liked by just the 4 of us or 3 of us, so all 3 of us are liking ourselves on K area on Facebook. You watch us live stream and you can see me doing the dance. Or maybe you don't want to see that. So speaking of sassy dancers, Nurse Joyce and I, we were looking at a couple of really awesome K-pop dance groups out of KCON this last week. And Supermatic, I know you were there.
Yeah. KCON was definitely a great experience. It was actually my very first time going, which is kind of incredible for me to think about, considering that I've been a K-pop fan since about 2009, but it took 7 years for me to go to KCON. But yeah, I'm really glad I went, especially considering that this year a lot of like my personal favorites were the headline artists such as TTS, Girls' Generation, Taiteso, Twice, BTS, SHINee, who I never heard live. So I don't know, it was a really great show. The thing for me is, like, I did have a few gripes though, like so it was KCON, of course, like the K-pop convention. The convention part of itself was honestly a little underwhelming for me. I guess I raised my standards a little too high though, because I felt like there was a lack of merchandise booths, and it felt like whatever merchandise booths were there, all they were focused on was just BTS merchandise, which I understand, but I mean, that's
probably where a lot of the money is right now, honestly.
I get that BTS was probably the most popular act. Well, not probably. They were the most popular act there, but I don't think that means it's necessarily fair that you don't sell any merch at all for any of the other artists, especially considering that they're pretty popular in their own right. Artists such as TTS, Twice, SHINee.
I wonder who's doing the merchandising. Is that the labels themselves, or is that KCON, or who's
honestly,
doing
I
that?
don't know. Like, I still have questions about that, but it's whatever. KCON is come and gone.
Well, labels and KCON, if you're listening, we need more merchandise.
Yeah,
from not just for BTS trash.
Army.
For sure. Armies.
BTS Army.
But, I mean, on a more positive note, though, I mean, the whole point as to why I went to KCON in the first place was the concerts, the Saturday and Sunday night concerts, which were really dope. Yeah, like, just a lot of these acts that I never saw live, or even if I've seen them before, it was just a different experience being in the Staples Center with close to 18,000, almost 19,000 of my fellow K-pop fans, and we're all there for our own favorite artists, whether or not it was the same or different. And I don't know, it's just the energy from the fans there that they gave to the artists like showing so much gratitude for us coming out. It seemed like a lot of them were so surprised at the international fan like base that they had. Like Twice apparently didn't expect a fully packed Staples Center to
Twice.
No, like they didn't expect a fully packed Staples Center to do the fan chants for Cheer Up and Ooh Ah with them. Like when Sana got to her Shy 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 part, literally the whole arena did it with them, and like they were legitimately kind of caught off guard with that.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just like what more can I say other than it was just really amazing? I mean, the funny thing is, like, there were also acts there that I either didn't really care too much for, or I knew of, but I wasn't necessarily too big a fan of. And then I walked out of those concerts being, like, fans now. Like, we talked about ASTRO earlier.
Yeah.
For me, another one that caught me by surprise was Eric Nam. Like, the funny thing is I didn't really know too much of his work as an artist. I only knew him kind of either as Amber's friend or the guy that could play guitar and the guy who could write songs for other artists, but I didn't know much of his own work as far as like his own songs. He's a really dope performer live. Like he brought a lot of energy. He has this like infectious aura. I don't know. He's got such strong stage presence, which was really amazing to me. And then I gotta admit, even though I'm not necessarily a buddy, G-Friend was one of the surprise acts of the concert.
No kidding.
Yeah, like it was really amazing to me because when they came out, they got such a huge applause. Like I didn't expect that many G-Friend fans to be there. Like I expected it for BTS maybe, and maybe for Twice. Seemed like G-Friend had the same amount of like fans there.
A quick question on that: of the G-Friend fans, which are called buddies,
yes,
were they mostly male or female?
Surprisingly, I think it was probably like a 3 or 4 to 1 ratio, female to male.
Wow. Yeah. I wonder what the appeal is there.
Well, you tell me. I mean, I may not exactly be a buddy, but I mean, I do like G-Friend.
Well, I think that some girls do like that sort of aesthetic and try to emulate that. So, I mean, there's nothing particularly wrong with that. It's I can see the appeal. I mean, to be that perfect girl. Yeah.
I see.
But yeah, just to wrap it up before I ramble on too long, I mean, the concerts, which was the main selling point for KCON, I definitely felt like worth my money because I got what's called the P2 tier, which cost me a little around $350 plus tax, so about like $170 per ticket. I had an amazing view. Like, if the stage was probably like here, I was like pretty much the first row that's up elevated because like right below me was the pits. So I was like pretty close to the stage, and it was a really amazing view. When the artists would walk out and hear and like get to the front, some of them could hear me screaming their names. I'll admit I had my fanboy moments. So,
well, that KCON is the place to do it.
Yeah, live your dreams.
Yeah. I can't really speak too much, but I just know that it's probably likely I will go next year, especially depending on the artist. But just the overall atmosphere being there with so many of my fellow K-pop fans and just sharing in that common like energy and that love that we have for it, and all the other events too. I mean, there was a booth there sponsored by Toyota called the Toyota Dance Area. I met a lot of new friends there because we all would like just wait for the DJ to play the next track, and then we'd all rush the dance floor and just do the choreography together. And it was full songs too, which was pretty cool. So I met a lot of fellow dancers there, and I ended up winning a dance contest on Saturday for free tickets to Saturday's concerts. I was able to give them to 2 of my friends who weren't able to go, but then they could because I already bought my own ticket. Yeah. So that was really cool. And the funny thing is I won for doing a cover of GD and Taeyang's Good Boy, which is one of the dances I don't know too well, but apparently I knew it well enough to be worthy of winning a contest.
That's something.
Well, now you made me want to go next year.
Yeah, and also I've been trying to usurp these other DJs, show them how to DJ K-pop properly.
Yeah, on that note, KCON, if you're listening, please, next year bring out my friend DJ Peter Lowe here. Like, I'll tell you, you will not regret it.
Yeah, I'm also trying to bring out a challenge to their current title sponsor, Kia, who I represent in my day job. So, yeah, more money for you, KCON, if you will let DJ Peter Lowe and Kia party. Okay, with that, let's just get back to the music. If you guys had any other thoughts on KCON, let us know. Give us a tweet. It's at #KArea. It's KAREA. We're curious to hear what you thought of KCON. This next song, this is it's something requested that kind of honestly reminds me of Post to Be. You know, it's Zico's Boys and Girls. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, this was a request, so keep it locked. It's K Area at KCSU Stanford 90.1.
Don't worry about money, 노자 오빠가 머리 할게. 넌 그냥 옆에서 편하게 그룹 타기만 해. Alright, I'm a boy, you are a girl. I'm a boy, but you are a girl. I'm a boy, you are a girl. 아름다운 여자한테 척받아야 해. 아는 친구들 불러모아 흥이 많고 사교성 좋은 애들로만. 여긴 한국이지만 서구적인 느낌 가득. 아참 일렉은 절대 안 틀 거야. 흠뻑 가져져 아코너 샤워해 아이스 벗기 챌린지. 저고 주망태는 누가 낚아 챌린지. 키는 커서도 호기심은 미소년. 주체 못하는 바람에 주체한 페스티벌에 날 알아봐도 진하게 리액션 하지 말아줘. 이 스타일 대신 목적이면 것도 챙겨서 낚아줘. 안목이는 누나들 want to see me tattoo. 전화기 뒤집자 분위기 좋으니까 진지빠는 즉시 귀가 좋지. Don't worry about money 노자 오빠가 무리할게. 넌
너뿐이면 좋겠네 맘 할까 너 날 부르는 손짓부터 Oh boy 다정한 네 목소리까지 Oh boy 훔쳐간 내 맘 다 돌려놔 이제 너 없이 난 못 살아 이런 맘 어떡해 Oh my baby baby 오늘은 말야 Cause my baby baby 집에 가지마 너와 밤새도록 할 얘기가 있어 오늘 밤에 집에 가지마 가만히니 와 no 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 빗돌이잖아 no 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 잊지 못 히카리니 나한테 그래도 알았다 내 코너 때미기 일때 잊지 따뜻한 요때 모코와 가라 나 이때 너에게 빠져들겠어 자꾸 반응하잖아 Oh yes 그래 난 타박하겠어 넌 내 취향 저녁 잠깐만요 그 입술 뻐끔뻐끔 뭐하니 너 손끝도 어쩌지 못해 뭔가 있는데 은근슬금 모든 게 답을 통한 네 질문들 모른 척하는 아닌 척하는 주다스 kiss for what 난 네 마음 보는 돋보기 마치 감정된 것 같아 Shallow be rock 이 사건의 피해자는 나라는 게 문제 차가워 공기가 시간이 이상해 천천히 흘러 애매한 이 분위기 맘이 쿡쿡 혹시 내 말이 찔려 그대 맘속에 찔려 우리 관계가 찔려 넌 티가 나 어쩌다 내 말이 찔려 너의 맘속에 찔려 나의 가슴 어질려 힐끔힐끔 어색한 미소는
And it's K area and KZSU Stanford 90.1. Before we move on, we have a couple announcements.
From August 5th through the August 14th, American Box Soloist presents their Festival and Academy, this year titled An Italian Journey. The festival, which is held in San Francisco venues, features concerts of music from Baroque masters, including Vivaldi, Handel, Corelli, and J.S. Bach, plus informative lectures and masterclasses. For tickets or more information, go ahead and visit AmericanBach.org. That is AmericanBach.org. Or feel free to call 415-621-7900. It is a 10-day festival in San Francisco celebrating great Baroque composers. You Belong is an organization that helps mobilize individuals for volunteering and educational opportunities designed to advance international development efforts and promote cross-cultural understanding. Participants have a choice of various immersion placements or shorter expeditions to learn about cross-cultural values and international development issues. For more information, feel free to visit youbelong.org. That is youbelong.org.
There we go. There's my mic. Okay. I think we're just going to jump right back into music. We just wanted to give that quick public service announcement. So if you guys have requests for what you want to hear, let us know. Again, it's at #KArea. We've got a Reddit roundup up next on the show, as well as I've got a medley I found up next. Keep it locked.
소리 없이 다가와 내게만 펼쳐내
좋아 더 민감히 굴까봐 더는 숨기지 말아줘 너무 아름다운 down 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 view 너무 아름다운 down 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 view 더 보여줘 down 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 view 너무 아름다운 down 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 view 너무 아름다운 너무 아름다운 데려가줘 더 보여줘 down 더 보여줘 너무 아름다운 down 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 view 저 하늘 I know 네 가슴 깊숙이 있어 숨기기 힘든 dream I know 네 촛불 걸어봐 다 한 번쯤 너에게 미쳐봐 Cause I just wanna free somebody 느낀 대로 말해 Tonight 너와 나 이 순간에 자유로운 맘에 우린 처음부터 웰던 별 이 순간 나와 함께 반짝여줄래 땅에서 조금만 떨어져 무거운 두 발 모두 자유롭게 해 I know 네 가슴 깊숙이 있어 꿈꿔왔던 dream I know 네 맘을 던져봐 다 한 번쯤 세상에 미쳐봐 Cause I just wanna free somebody 눈을 뜨길 바래 Tonight 너와 나 이 순간에 자유로운 맘에 알 수 있었어 널 본 순간 뭔가 특별하다는 걸 눈빛만으로도 느껴지니까 마음이 움직이는 걸 나비처럼 날아 난 나비를 바라봐 불어라 훨훨 날아가 너에게로 다가갈 수 있도록 하얀 진심을 담아 새롭게 시작해 불른 너 그리고 나 사랑을 동경해 앞으로도 잘 부탁해 도와줘 마음을 주겠어 그리고 나 마냥 기다리진 않을래
And we about to set the roof on fire, baby. You better get yours, cause I'm getting mine. It's been a long time coming, but we're here now. What's the time?
Is this what you've been waiting for?
What's the time?
I'm all by myself
What's the time?
that's not how we do it
What's the time? Oh my god.
You got me under control
Follow me. Let me come for you. Just like
don't stop
something down.
And that is what you're hearing in the background. That's Brave Girls by Brave Sound by the Brave Brothers. And every time I watch that music video, I can't get over the sass of that one guy. I think it's a guy wearing heels. And rocking out in that music video.
Yeah.
He's just breaking down.
Yeah. This song has definitely grown on me over time. It's I think it was Jeff Benjamin, another podcaster and K-pop writer, explained this song, it was probably meant for AOA, and for whatever reason AOA went with Good Luck instead. So it's funny, Brave Girls get all the leftovers.
Well, I mean, hey, Good Luck before AOA was actually a pretty good track.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, I think it's great. So jumping into another segment that we have every week here on K area, at least what we're experimenting with and trying to start doing, is going into what's hot in the headlines right now. And going to our source are the Reddits.
Our K-pop. All right. So it's funny, Peter, the three of us, we were having a discussion earlier.
Just speak more into the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The three of us were having a discussion earlier, and it seems that when it comes to news, actual news stuff, what people are more interested in is kind of on the controversial side, right? Controversy is kind of what draws in attention. But it's funny because we talked about how in K-pop there seems to not really be actual controversy.
Well, by Western standards, yeah.
Well, a couple of the headlines that I actually found on the K-pop Reddit today, two of them actually. The first one, Junho from 2PM requests to not be followed home from crazy fans.
I think that's a reasonable request. I'm just gonna say that that is a request made by a sane human being. But I think that just shows you how far the K-pop paradigm has shifted in terms of what we accept as normal behavior.
Well, the funny thing, too, is it stuck out to me because of the other headline, which I will get to after we finish talking about this one. The top-rated comment on it was, no respect to 2PM, but I thought they've fallen off the radar enough that they wouldn't have these crazy fans anymore.
Oh, burn.
Oh, maybe it's some PR person put that in there. It's they still have fans.
Yeah. Nice try, marketing intern.
Because apparently Junho on his official Twitter, he put out, not to read the whole thing, but long story short, he just basically says that I've been very thankful for my time in 2PM, and I cherish every single fan that I have had and that the group has had, and I want to continue to have you fans, but please also respect me and understand that sometimes it's hard for me to go home, and you also make it hard for the people around me, my friends and family, with your constant crazy antics. Please respect us and our private lives and leave us alone when we ask you to.
Yeah. That's a real public service announcement for all of us. all us K-pop fans, keep a polite boundary.
But yeah, that's the top rated comment, and then the other comment is just the fact that Junho has to put this out here or put this out there on his official Twitter in the first place is kind of sad. But I mean, that's kind of reflective of fandoms in general, right? I mean, every now and then, if you're famous enough, you're going to get these crazy fans.
Yeah.
So, kind of going on the other end of the spectrum, the other big headline, especially if we're going to talk about controversy, at least by K-pop standards. So the headline reads, BTS Twitter deactivated, was a question mark. And for the context, apparently earlier today, for at least a couple of hours, BTS's official Twitter, which is BTS Big Hit or whatnot, it was down. It was not active anymore. It was shut down or whatnot.
Down as in they weren't tweeting, or down as in
the account didn't exist for at least a good 2 or 3 hours.
That's a big deal because I mean, keep in mind for our listeners' context, especially if you're a more casual K-pop fan, BTS was so big on Twitter that Twitter created a special emoji hashtag. If you use BTS, it came with the BTS Army GIF, or not GIF, emoji. Mm-hmm. Which is not given to everyone.
Yeah.
So
it was. There's two parts to this whole story. The first part being that their Twitter being deactivated. One is because, or one of the speculated reasons is that there was this allegedly underage girl who sent a video of herself to this Twitter account. I don't want to go into the details of what the video supposedly contained, but just the fact that she was underage and it was inappropriate. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
So people are claiming that that's the reason that the Twitter got shut down in the first place.
I feel like this happens frequently, though.
Yeah, I mean, gotta have
teenage girls with bad decisions is not something new.
Yeah.
But then the other thing too is because it's funny to see the contrast here between like what happened, like the response on Twitter as opposed to the response on Reddit. Because on Twitter, after BTS's account went down, there was a hashtag that actually got trending worldwide called BTS Deactivated Party. And it was very, I don't know, to me, it made me feel kind of bad because a lot of the comments were like very hateful and malicious. Like,
why was it a call to party if everyone's being so mean?
Well, I don't know. I guess like it's because it started trending from all these anti-BTS fans, because some of the top tweets or like what I found when I looked that hashtag up were things like, "Oh, good. Hopefully next they disband," or "Oh, what are they gonna do next? Are they gonna deactivate their voices? Please do." Or one of the more malicious tweets I saw, which was like, it made me go, If you remember Ladies Code, they were originally a 5-member girl group, but now they're down to 3 because a couple of them unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
One of the tweets on that hashtag was, "Oh, can you please take BTS and give us back the 2 members of Ladies Code? We'll happily give you BTS in return."
Ouch.
I was like, oh, man. And just
internet trolls.
Seeing things like that on Twitter is interesting because the top comment related to this on Reddit was... It's basically, it's kind of a long comment, but it's a person who's saying that while he himself is not a BTS fan, he doesn't get the hate for their fandom, or much less the group themselves.
Yeah,
so,
it's not a zero-sum game, guys. Like, you know, you're allowed to like more than one group, and all these groups can do well together. It's not like, you know...
It's really interesting because a lot of the top comments on Reddit are kind of more on the same boat as the top comment, where everyone's just saying, like, while the BTS armies can be, like, annoying to a certain point, that's kind of the trend with almost any big fandom in K-pop. And it's just funny because to me what sticks out about it is the fact that, like, the people on Reddit are kind of defending and standing up for BTS and their fans, whereas the people directly on Twitter were like, "Oh yes, BTS is gone, like get rid of them for good," like all that. Just like it's interesting to see.
I think there are a lot of mean people on Twitter.
Yeah,
that's why they had like the mean tweets segment on Jimmy Kimmel.
Yep.
But you know, K-pop fans, you realize that it doesn't have to be black and white. You know, you're allowed to like more than one group. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you can't change crazy.
Okay. I guess. Yeah. Good point. Nurse Choice.
But yeah, just funny to see like that whole thing. I mean, those are pretty much 2 of the hottest headlines on our K-pop right now, aside from hot MV drops and winners of music shows.
I see. Well, thank you, Supermatic, for that quick blurb on what's happening on the Reddits in K-pop. So something that we discussed on our last show was that Big Bang has been going for 10 years now.
Ooh, congratulations.
And, yeah, a big deal, which is... big. It's big because not a lot of K-pop groups make it that far. You know, Big Bang is known as being sort of like the kings of, arguably the kings of K-pop in terms of like whenever they bring something out, it's always #1 on the charts. But with them going off to the army, it's probably going to be a while till we hear from them again, at least as a whole unit. I mean, we may have stuff from subgroups or members, but it'll probably be a while just given the Korean mandatory service and enlistment. Yeah. So while, you know, scouring the internets for this news, I came across a really awesome mashup. This is by, you know, I only saw it just before I left for the station today, so I didn't get to look into too much into the mashup artist. This is by Coconut Polar Bear, if I'm reading that right. I'm not sure if it's a guy or a girl. I think it's a girl, actually, which is something more unique in the mashup community for K-pop. But she put together this mega mashup mix, which I think shows you the breadth and diversity that Big Bang brought for K-pop. And nothing on BTS. I love BTS, but you know, I do feel like we're missing out on just the diversity that Big Bang brought with its sound.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so let's give this a listen. Let us know what you guys think. Again, this is by Coconut Polar Bear. And you're listening to K Area on KZSU Stanford.
달콤하게 다가와 랄리 랄리 랄리팝 내게 속삭여줘
상큼하게 다가와 랄리 랄리 랄리팝 나를 원하잖아 랄리 랄리 랄리팝 girl 넌 나의 랄리팝 랄리 랄리 랄리팝 oh 랄리팝 랄리 랄리 랄리팝 girl 넌 나의 랄리팝 랄리 랄리 랄리팝 oh 랄리팝 짙은 에어라인 긋고 스프레이 한 통 다 쓰고 가죽 바지 가죽 재킷 걸치고 의상 쓰고 아픔을 숨긴 채 앞으로 더 비뚤어질래 네가 미안해지게 하늘에다 침을
하나부터 열까지 모든 게 다 한 수위 물의 벌판 위를 미친듯이 뛰어봐도 겉은 한 우리 하늘은 충분히 너무나 푸르니까 아무것도 묻지 말란 말이야 느끼란 말이야 내가 누군지
생각하는 겁쟁이 못된 양아치 거울 속에 넌 just a loser 외톨이 상처받는 여전히 더더운 쓰레기 거울 속에 넌 생각하는 겁쟁이 못된 양아치 거울 속에 넌 just a loser 외톨이 상처받는 반복된 것처럼 이어봐라 발목된 것처럼 밝혀던 듯이 흔들어 다 같이 노래 불러 정의 hand white shots, baby. 사람 얕은 쓰여 Jesus, baby. 눈부셔, baby. Sunglass, baby.
간질간질해 어린 애들은 가 구석에 나 그대의 테이스트를 바꿔주는 소믈리에 뜨끈뜨끈할 때 후후 불어 함께에다 던져줄 때 감사하며 고개 숙여 만세
나를 찾지 말고 살아가라 너를 사랑했기에 후회가 없기에 좋았던 기억만 가져가 저 마찬가지처럼 J-Day 하면 너의 검은 G.O.Day 네가 원하면 난 뒤집어 D.O.J 쓸데없는 공식 말고 이것만 기억해 I'm ill 더하기 ill G.O.A
사랑하는 나는 sorry I'm a bad boy 그래 차라리 떠나 잘 가요 you a good girl 시간이 갈수록 나 안나를 할수록 실망만 남았겠지만
See my blues 바른 눈물에 바른 슬픔에 길들여 my blues 흰 구름에 흘려보낸 사람
우리 사랑하지 말아요 아직은 잘 모르잖아요 사실 조금은 두려운 거야 그대 미안해요 우리 약속하지 말아요 내일은 또 모르잖아요 하지만 이 말 나는 진심이야 그대 좋아해요
오늘 같은 날에 그녀가 말하네 헤어지자고 미안하다고 하필 기념일에 입날 만지던 네 손길 작은 손톱까지 다 여전히 널 느낄 수 있지만 거긴 불꽃처럼 사라져 가버린 우리 사랑 모두 다 너무 아프지만 이제 날 정신이 나 흔들어 아무가 더할 수가 없어 정신이 나 제일 싫어 너 없이 잠들 수가 없어 I hate this love song 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 I hate this
That was a mega mashup. Oh, sorry, we've got more. Hang on, just stay tuned. 1 second, here we go.
Let's go. Ready or not? If we don't give a what? Ready or not? If we don't give a what? Let's go. Catch a crayon. 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 Catch a
So there we go. So that was Coconut Polar Bear. I think I said panda earlier. Sorry, it's Polar Bear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Coconut Polar Bear is the mashup artist behind that. And I think, so I'm just trying to stalk her online to see, what sort of online presence she has. She has a few more K-pop mashups. Probably worth checking out. I think, we probably all agree that last medley was pretty good, right?
Yeah, it was a fun trip down memory lane. All those different Big Bang hits, and even the solo tracks too.
Yeah. So hey, Coconut Polar Bear, if you're listening, keep doing what you're doing, and we'll promote you to our listeners. All right. So with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up here for our show. We had another quick announcement.
Yeah. So right after this, please feel free to tune in to Wolfie Calls with Sick Wolf, coming up at 6 p.m. Just chilling and listening to music dating from the pre-1900s till now. Anything is fair game, whether it's electronic, psychedelic punk rock, or any combination of various genres.
Awesome. So I'm going to kick it off with music for the remainder of the show. Be sure, if you're listening to us on FM, give us a follow on our podcast. We're on every podcast option available. You just look for K Area on iTunes, on Google, All Access, the music. I think we're also on Stitcher as well. So give us a follow there, and you can listen to us wherever you go. If you're listening to us on the podcast and you happen to be in the Bay Area, be sure to give us a listen on FM airwaves. We're on right now, I think it's 4 to 6 every week here on 90.1 FM. So let us know what you think. We're looking for ratings. We're looking for reviewers. If you like the show, please give us a rating on our podcast so we can get up higher in search results.
Yep.
I'm DJ Pirulo.
Supermatic.
And Nurse Joy.
Nurse Joy. It's Wonder Girls' Why So Lonely up next.
너와 입술이 닿을 때부터 모든 게 달라질 줄 알았는데 별거 없어 넌 다른 게 없어 너와 보내는 주말 밤이 아주 달콤할 거라 믿었는데 별거 없어 넌 다른 게 없어 괜찮을 거라고 mind control 해도 예상 밖에 있는 내 남자 out of control 잔소리만 넘쳐 알면 알수록 모르겠어 맘이 왜 자꾸 외로워지는지 텅 빈 방 안에 혼자 갇혀버린 것 같아 Baby why I'm so lonely 나를 타는 대로 원해 Baby no 내 맘이 언제 널 떠나버릴지 몰라 네 맘은 도대체 내가 얼마나 널 사랑하는데 이렇게 답답한 기분은 뭔데 I don't wanna talk about it 말하지 않아도 모두 다 알아봐주길 아 이건 내 그저 가벼운 바람일 뿐이 귓가엔 그저 스치는 바람일 뿐 귀찮다는 듯 얼굴 구겨 뭐든 대충대충 당연하던 듯 너는 우겨다면 더 잘해줄게 응 다음이 어딨어 내 이번 기회 떠나 그저 너 아직도 너 정신 못 차리면 자기 직전에 I'm so lonely 나는 타는 대로 원해 내 맘이 언제 널 떠나버릴지 몰라 네 맘은 도대체 내가 얼마나 널 사랑하는데 이렇게 답답한 기분은 뭔데 네 맘은 도대체 내가 얼마나 널 사랑하는데 이렇게 답답한 기분은 뭔데
멘붕 Wow, fantastic baby
지금 어디야 shopping spree in Tokyo wake up in my private jet 매일 아침 Tokyo flipping cards in Macau 내가 제일 잘 나가 stop blowing up my phone and won't you hit me up on Kakao diamonds in my grill and I'm my new guy skin tone 22 carats gold I got in Dubai my boys won't hesitate to run up on your boy my boys won't hesitate to run up on your boy 엉덩이 빵빵빵 남자들은 탐탐탐 내 입술 냠냠냠 어디 가도 탕탕탕 등장은 짜짜짜 삐자 삐자 팡팡팡 디스코 팡팡팡 알랑가 몰라 왜 화끈해야 하는 건지 알랑가 몰라 왜 발끈해야 하는 건지 알랑가 몰라 안까리 하는 까리해 알랑가 몰라 삐라 까리해 있잖아 말이야 이 사람으로 말씀드리자면 말이야 동기 패기 뚫기 멋쟁이 말이야 너가 듣고픈 말 하고픈 게 난데 말이야 Damn girl you so freaking sexy
E to the Y to the A N G 언제나 붉게 타오르지 여자들은 내 몸에 내 노래에 Slow jam 아니면 dance 넌 그냥 내 몸을 맡기면 돼 겁내지 말아는 가리면 돼 원하게 하는 짝이면 돼 오늘 밤 우린 타 롤러코스터 right 안전벨트는 없어 난 그냥 내 옆자리면 돼 멈추지 마 baby don't kill my vibe 이대로 가 지금 좋아하니까 To the left to the right 그대로 날 따라와 Yeah 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 Sound 일어나 볼목인 것처럼 뛰어봐라 볼목인 것처럼 발자국 듯이 흔들어 다 같이 노래 불러 지릿해 yeah Can you give me some give me some yeah 오늘 밤 우리 freaky 해 yeah Baby give me some yeah 너와 나 둘이 지릿해 yeah Can you give me some 이 노래처럼 내 랩처럼 내 스타일처럼 내가 좀 쩔어 다리 떨어 돈 벌어 하늘 걸어 Hey do you wanna J-Day I'ma know it call me G.O.Day 네가 원하면 난 뒤집어 D.O.J 쓸데없는 공식 말고 이것만 기억해 I'm ill 더하기 ill G.O.E And I 이와 7을 합해 natural Never lose 일러들은 natural 성공하고 싶어 Yes I'm the manual 날 경험하고 싶어 They keep it sexual School or hard knocks 넌 좋대 지루한 랩에는 사정없이 욕해 난 이른바도 회사 발도 굳이 발 필요 없이 막동을 싸도 박수가 제받지 Yes I'm famous 이건 게막해 그대 예쁘다를 환영하는 힙합새 너 매일 만나볼 때 돈이 너무 많아 내 통장은 당구대 공이 너무 많아
이 노래처럼 내 랩처럼 내 스타일처럼 내가 좀 쩔어 다리 떨어 돈 벌어 하늘 걸어 Hey do you wanna
이 노래처럼 내 춤처럼 내 스타일처럼 내가 좀 쩔어 다리 떨어 돈 벌어 하늘 걸어
만지고 싶어 Big booty girl 바지 속에 느껴 안 달라가지고는 줄줄 따라다니고 Where you at, where you at, where you at
Eureka See that? Yo, oh gosh, it's hot 눈에 딱 들어와 들어갈 땐 들어가고 나올 땐 나온 여자 타이탄 위아래 입체감에 뻑가 소방차를 불러 화재의 중심은 옆발에 가만히 있어도 네 몸이 널 자꾸 과시해 아까워 발정난 눈요기 거리로 남기엔 에이 야한 여성은 뜻밖의 영감을 줘 좀 발칙한 상상 얼마나 좋아
만지고 싶어 Big booty girl 바지 속에 느껴 안 달라가지고는 줄줄 따라다니고 Where you at, where you at, where you at
Eureka See that? So sexy Eureka Awesome 완벽한 비교 괴력이 넘쳐 흘러내리는 춤 드디어 깨달았어 You are so beautiful And I say Eureka 19금 딱지로도 널 가릴 순 없지 오늘 하루 신사답게 살긴 글렀지 번지하고 싶어 푹신한 네 쿠션 위에 낯이 벌게져 술 한 모금 없이 이건 극사실주의 과장한 해 표현에 저급할 수 있어 감안해 존재가 풍기물난 죄 나도 양반은 못돼 양심의 가책 없는 몸에게 발끈하고 마른 아랫돌이 널 원 없이
만지고 싶어 Big booty girl 바지 속에 느껴 안 달라가지고는 줄줄 따라다니고 Where you at, where you at, where you at
Eureka See that?
What's up, guys? This is Sick Wolf coming at you. This is Wolf Calls here on KZSU Stanford 90.1 FM. Coming up, we gonna